It is a global existential crisis. Some people say,
why should I worry about biodiversity? Why should I worry that there are fewer dragonflies or ants or butterflies or whatever it might be? Why does that really matter?
At the most extreme, extinction. Don't just do science communication.
And make communication of your science just as important as the science itself.
take your understanding of the natural world, of biology, and get it out there. That's the one thing you have to do.
My favorite subject is biology. Every time if I look at a plant, I can see, and to connect that with all the theoretical knowledge I learned from school. Currently, my dream is to do something that can make the world better. I want to work in biotech industry.
Personally, I'm proud of the fact that UK Biocentre, for a relatively small company, can have a really big impact on the research that is going to improve the health of the nation. We're involved in lots of projects, some big, some small, which will all have real, tangible, beneficial outcomes, not just for a small set of patients, but across the entire population.
አስፈላጊውን ክትባት እየሰጠን እንገኛለን። አስተማማኝ ነው። 24 ሰዓት ኦንላይን ነው ማለት ነው የሚሰራው። ምንም አይነት የተቆራረጠ መብራት የለውም። ስለዚህ ያው ህብረተሰቡም ተጠቃሚነቱ ከፍ ብሏል ማለት ነው ከበፊቱ። ያው በከፊል ለህብረተሰቡም ሆነ ለጤና ጣቢያው መልስ ሰጥቷል ማለት ነው ቴክኖሎጂው እና ደስተኛ ነን። ትንሽ ተደራሽነቱ ዝቅ ይል ነበር ማለት ነው። በዚህ ቴክኖሎጂ ምክንያት ግን አሁን የተሻለ አገልግሎት ለህብረተሰቡ እየተሰጠ ይገኛል ማለት ነው። ሄልት ሴንተር ብቻ ወይም ጤና ጣቢያው ብቻ ቢቆም ለሌላው አገልግሎት የማይውል ከሆነ ይሄን ቴክኖሎጂ ተጠቅሞ ምንም ዋጋ የለውም ብቻ ማለት ነው። ጤና ጣቢያው ብቻ ለብቻው።
We currently have a new generation of therapies that are able to cure cancer and rare diseases. Unfortunately, for the most part, these products are unavailable for patients because they're too hard to make, they're too expensive, and render themselves inaccessible. We want to change this. We want to make sure that any patient in the world who needs it can get access to it.
Biology is itself inherently complex, and the intersection of all of these features means that it is particularly difficult to extract meaningful information from everything that we have available. Most of this is going to be beyond the competence of merely human biologists, and how we interact with machines and how we together use artificial intelligence to tackle these problems is going to be critical.
There's been huge technology advances across a variety of industries, but drug discovery hasn't really kept up with the rest of the world. We want to bring drug discovery into the 21st century by combining automation with scientific expertise. With each innovation, we move closer to a world where the most challenging diseases are no longer insurmountable locks, but doors waiting to be opened by the perfect key.
Every 3 seconds, someone in the world develops dementia, and I want to stop that from happening. And I think I have the answer. There's all sorts of waste products that just build up because of your thinking and being throughout the day. And if you can't get rid of that waste, it can build up and become toxic, and that's what can lead to things like Alzheimer's or Parkinson's. And there are a number of us who've been working on this for several years now, and we started to then bring in expertise from across the university.
It's easy to remove yourself from the environment around you and see nature versus everyday life as two separate things. Whereas when you're here, you are constantly reminded that you are part of something bigger.
Interacting with life and living organisms in the real world as we move into the future is critical if we need to maintain our environment in the face of climate change, feed our world, and maintain a balance with the natural ecosystems that we are all a part of and live in.
So algae are really everywhere around us. And they've been here for 1.5 billion years. Here at Swansea University, we grow algae in bioreactors. Microalgae will really be key for pharmaceuticals in cosmetics, as well as for bioremediation, for example, of our waste, and carbon capture in the food industry.
Current agricultural practices are not sustainable, and this intensive agriculture is destructive to soils. Digital models will allow us to simulate different interventions. For example, we can test how biological agents that can substitute chemical agents will interact with local soils and how they will affect plant productivity.
Population growth and global environmental pressures are driving society towards a more sustainable world. Agriculture and food production must be central to this transformation. We believe sustainable agriculture is possible. The answers are already out there, but it takes the combined approach of science-based discovery together with the expertise we bring to bear to get them to the market.
Biology is in every part of the world we live in and contributes in so many ways.
Biologists have a huge role to help understand the changes in our environment.
I can't think of a better way to spend the short amount of time we each have on the planet than studying life.